Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek. You are watching Kevin the Geek. Welcome back to Scottish Sundays, to Rab C Nesbitt. This is the start of Series 4, and this one actually is a two-parter episode. There's two parts to this, and so part 2 will be coming out next week on it'll be coming out next week on YouTube, or if you want to watch it early, you can watch it right now over on my Patreon if you do not want to wait. This one is called Love. God damn. You rapscallions.
Would you like a cup of tea, son?
No thanks.
No trouble.
No thanks.
I'm having one myself.
No thanks.
Are you sure?
Ma.
What?
Oh, it's his
Gonna
mum.
stick your tea up your ass.
But would you like some? Aye, I knew you would. Your old mammy knows her wee boy.
Oh, fuck, I'm with
How's the family? And how's wee Bernie getting on?
The family is pish, Mother. That's why I'm here, remember? Bernie's in approved school.
Oh, that's nice. Does he like it?
Of course he doesn't like it, because he's not supposed to like it. It's a drab, grey, monotonous existence, you know. But like sharing this gaff with you.
Sister Lena's boy was in approved school. They gave him the short, sharp shock. You know, runs and PE and that. Oh, it worked wonders.
Oh, aye. It turned him from an unfit hooligan into a fit hooligan. That's great social progress, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
He won a Lena ran away with a refugee and became a freedom fighter in Bosnia. Damn sight better than putting up with him, let me tell you.
Oh, Screech isn't he a bad boy? He just needs a father's guiding hand.
On the chin. Mary's the only one here in Govan daft enough to take him in and give him a billet. See that woman? That woman has a heart the size of a house, so she has.
Oh, aye. As Screech was welcomed at the front door, so the back door opened and your arse went flying out to slap the crazy paving. Life works in mysterious ways.
True that.
Ah, just gonna go and make a tea, eh?
What tea?
The tea we've been talking about. The tea, Mother. The tea.
Did you want a cup?
Yes!
Indeed.
God, what do you make her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. All she lives for is tea, fags, and the telly. Honest to God, see if it wasn't for Richard and Judy, she'd have snuffed it ages ago.
It's a good life.
Slumped in the Parker Knoll, stinking the place out, you know. See that daytime telly? It's a life support system to the over 60s and the unemployed. Which actually kind of begs the ethical question. Is it kinder to keep us going? Or would it be better just to put us out with misery, you know? What?
Rab.
Oh. What the matter?
I'll iron you a clean shirt for the night. Honest to God, you got a temper on you like your father, God rest him. So you have.
God, it's a queer thing, life, isn't it? You stroll along for years thinking everything's fine. And you forget to say one word. One wee stinking word. The next thing you know, fate jumps up, boots you hard, right up the wishbone.
Love!
Her word. No mind, James. And for God's sake, just keep your voice in, will you?
Listen, I'm going to ask you this one last time. Are you sure about this?
Sure, I'm sure, Gussie. Of course I'm sure. I mean, the ticket, James, the bloody ticket.
Bince, they never cease to astound you, Rab. I mean, how any wife can expect a government man to tell her how he loves her? Is she ever heed?
That's what I said, James. I said, look, me against all, but I think you'll need a psychiatric help. I mean, would you make it, Jamesy?
Oh, I'm like that, gobsmacked.
There you go.
Wait, well, that's Norrie, you'll know. Hey, Norrie, the ferry man, here. Hey, listen, in your time you have poked about with, some of these hardcore tweedledums, am I right?
I'm a trained psychiatric nurse, yes.
Well, of course, if you're going to split hairs, segment...
Oh, shut up. What's in there, Laurie? No offence in that, but you are kind of au fait with the inner workings of the human napper. Am I right?
What?
So, what exactly would it mean if a man's wife kept asking him if he...
Spit it out.
Say it.
Like that.
Loves you.
So what would it mean exactly, Norrie, if a man's wife kept asking him that word?
Loves her. Well, it's a personal opinion, but I'd say if he was a single bloke, then it meant she was thinking about marriage.
Oh, and if he was married?
That means she's probably thinking about divorce.
Divorce?
Oh, don't look so shocked, Nurse, but after all, this is govern. It's not a question of if you get divorced around out here, it's when.
It's a queer thing, marriage, isn't it? Hey, you stuck along for years on autopilot, and somebody presses the ejector button. The next thing you know, your arse is freewheeling through the stratosphere without a parachute. Mind you, I shouldn't get too alarmist at this stage, I haven't played my best cards yet. Hey, Queen of Hearts, King of Clubs.
Aha.
And if all else fails, I still have that ace up my sleeve.
Condoms.
Tears.
Cheers.
And you, it's that long since I've played that card, I better maybe just see if it still works. Mary, I got to. Do not let us drift apart, Mary. Mary, though. I like.
Might want to work on it.
I like it.
What's up, Uncle Rab? Are you choking on a ring pull?
Like you. Thought you were up that correction unit. Hey, thought you were in detention for roasting that therapist in a spit.
Hey, that wasn't me. I've got an alibi. I was torching the Granada at the time.
Well, I'm glad to see you're learning sense, eh? Now, where you go? Go on. I've got to talk big man's talk to your Auntie Mary. Go on.
Yes, I see. Thanks. That's such a comfort. It's good to know that there are hostels that people can go to when a marriage turns really bad. Thank you. Cheerio.
Mary, Joe. What that cotton bud stuck in my ear? Am I hearing right here? It's all that talk about marriages turning minging.
You heard right, Rab. This has been coming for a very long time. We can't go on running on empty.
Running on empty. Come on, gee. Come on, we're Rab and Mary Nesbitt here, Our marriage is more stable than a monarchy. Our marriage is an encouragement to every heat-banger, deviant and mouth-breathing sociopath in Wine Alley.
This is no time to romanticise, Rab. He's made up. I'm unhappy.
Unhappy? Unhappiness is normal in marriage, Mary, See, some of the big doctors will tell you that unhappiness is desirable in a marriage. It keeps the thing alive, It stops the spouses from getting bored with one another. Mary, come on. What have I done?
I love you.
Terrible. It's making you do this thing.
You really don't remember, do you, Rab?
No, I don't remember. What did I do?
6 months ago, the 24th of January, a Sunday, but I don't suppose you'll remember that, will you? We had just made love. For once, the boys were busy with a couple of shirt pins, scraping dandruff off the teeth of their combs, so we had some time on our own. I asked you if you loved me.
Uh-huh.
What does he?
Nothing, Rab. To avoid giving me an answer, you feigned having an epileptic seizure. How do you remember?
Oh, it's queer how you forget these things.
Yeah, funny that. Yeah.
Rab. And do you remember the big argument that we had 3 months later, eh? April the 25th. That was a Sunday too.
Sunday, that's your problem, Mary. It's just Sundays, you know. And a swine of a day. Listen, for new one, we'll just scrub Sundays. We will just scrub them. For new one, it will be Saturdays and Mondays. All the way.
That was your last warning, Rab. This time, it's final.
Oh, come on, Mary.
Oh, don't touch me. All I've ever known for you is poverty, hardship and desperation, Rab.
In a cheery way, you know. In a cheery, twinkling, roguish sort of way.
And I put up with all that because I believed that you loved me. More fool me, eh?
Oh, Mary, stop, for God's sake. I can't bear it. I can't bear to see you living in a hostel.
Oh, I'm not going to be living in any hostel, Rab. You are.
Oh.
Sling your hook.
Oh, my God.
3 weeks later, you've got a Dulux suit. Like your trainers a kiss of life, you know.
Got your clean shirt for you, son.
Thanks, Mammy. 40-odd and back in the bullfight again. And I'm such a miserable bastard. I mean, what chance have I got chatting MD up, you know? Mind you, better try and be happy, you know. Hi, I'm Rab. I like to party. Hello, I'm Rab. I like to party.
You can tell by your clothes. Change them for once. New dawn. It's a dating singles night. Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at them outfits.
All right, girls. He's just back to the youth club. Us tea. Not right now. Going to try and be a bit happy, will you? This is a singles club. If you start getting after soil goods signals, we're knackered before we start.
What are you talking about? We are soiled goods, for God's sake. This is an excuse for me. I mean, my ass is out of count. You're a married man, for God. How can you live with yourself, eh? Lying to your wife and coming to a singles club. You're not my hypocrite.
Hey, that hurts. I thought you, above all people, Rab, would have realised that I am only a hypocrite to spare the feelings of others.
Hey,
Hey, listen. If lying to my wife so I good in a sniff is the only way I can spare her from pain, then that is a price I am willing to pay.
You doofus.
Hello, everybody, salsa! Hey, now, put name in your back pocket.
oh, what's this?
It's a forced divorce papers, in case you pull, you know. No me, Rab. It's your feelings of others. How would the lassies feel if they knew they were being conned by a leaser like me?
Jamie, you are a prince among men.
That's
Thanks,
one
Rab.
word to call
Look
him.
at it, here in Boogie!
One
I like-
small hip hop for man.
Oh my God, that dancing is awful. Worse than in the In-Betweeners movie.
All right, now. Dan?
I am dancing. Don't know what you're doing, though.
Having an epileptic fit.
Cheers, Dow. Thank you very much for letting me do gently. Come here often.
Only when I'm between divorces. You?
This is my first divorce. Actually, come to think of it, Mary was actually my first girlfriend, you know. Kind of queer to think of myself as single again.
Is there something wrong?
No. I'm actually quite looking forward to my divorce, you know. 2 weddings, a microwave oven and an electric kettle. A divorce will just get around the whole relationship after that style.
Aye. You know where you are with an electric kettle? It's more of a friend than a household implement, isn't it?
Wouldn't go that far.
Speaking of which, do you fancy a cup of coffee?
I know it.
I'll just pop off and get my coat.
Righto.
How did you manage to click? What card did you play?
I didn't play any card. Unlike you, I haven't any cards left to play. Can only be sincere.
Sincerity!
Brilliant!
Brilliant!
Oh!
Oh, go on, Rab. What do you say?
No, it's too soon, it's too soon.
What's the matter? Did you feel the being hurt?
When you dug your knee at my tobacco tin like that.
Rab, I mean emotionally.
Emotional. Sorry, doll. Does not compute. I need a dictionary for that. Get your tongue to a government man here, you know. Because I'd need to take a set of nutcrackers to my aortic valve to get my heart to open up.
Oh, I see. I guess she must have hurt you really deeply. Rab?
Who?
The mystery woman who took your love and dumped it.
Well, there's no mystery about it, doll. I was married for 18 years, you know. Because I've got a groove on either side of my belly button where I ask you to snuggle into me at night.
Other grooves.
You think so?
I'm no sorry. The corns in your diaphragm will heal, Rab. All you need is time. And as a mature human being, I intend to give you that time. Mature love is the only love, Rab. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to pop off to the lavvy to freshen up. And yes, to floss my wallies. And when I return, I will hope to find you in the scud. Pardon?
What? Floss the what and hope to find you in the what?
Nice of you to give me time, eh? But 3 minutes to assimilate 18 years of marriage. How'd you make it?
Run.
Love is lovelier the 42nd time around, eh? And you? Don't suppose at my time of life you can afford to be choosy. Who knows? Maybe the flower of love might bloom anew, you know. Somehow you just knew that behind that cushion there'd be a pair of last week's knickers encased in a pair of fankled tights.
Oh. Hope they haven't gone crusty.
There you go. Just as I suspected. A half-eaten rusk, still damp at the edges.
Oh.
Rab, I'm just going to slip into something more appropriate.
How about I change your life?
Just make yourself comfortable.
Aye, I will. Just as soon as I'm halfway home in a taxi, you know.
Or guillotine.
Don't get me wrong, but no offensive woman. But what chance romantic love when you're tits started hanging like wax running down a candle, you know. I'm going to play Prince Charming. There can only be one Cinderella. Whomsoever's ass fits my belly.
I'm sorry I wasn't around earlier, Mary Hen, but I thought it best to give you a chance to adapt. Time to get used to being your own.
It's been hard, Ella.
Oh, I know. I've been mine for 18 years.
You've got James, Ella.
Aye. A dog's got fleas, but it's no company. It's a source of irritation. And yeah, managing all right financially.
Oh, well, that's hard as well, Ella. Rab's stomach was a good bin liner. And he could detect a snooper's forward escort at 1,000 paces.
Oh, never mind, Mary Hen. Maybe you and Rab will get back together again, eh?
Oh, no, Ella. Even if I wanted to, it's not that simple anymore.
What do you mean?
Hey, Mary doll. Do you mind if I make myself a wee cup of tea?
Oh, no, Joe. You go right ahead. Ella, this is Joe.
Hi. I'm Joe.
Oh.
I'm the lodger.
Pleased to meet you,
Yes.
Joe.
Pleased to meet you, Ella.
Oh. Cheesy.
You all right, Ella? Can I get you anything?
Start with a dry pair of knickers.
Oh.
No. The whole talking about me is you've got to have more than one woman.
Is that a fact, Jamesy? What about integrity? Honesty?
Well, I'm being honest. I'm saying you've got to be a lying bastard to survive.
Is that what you tell the wife?
Well, obviously it's no what I tell the wife. What is it with all these questions? You trying to unsettle my manager, what?
All
Yes.
right, calm down. It's your marriage, Cotter. You do what you want with it. Gee.
You're bloody right of all. Hey. I have been lying to Ella for 18 years, right? And we're still sharing the same padlock in the door. So I must be doing something right, eh? Tell 'em, boys.
Aye. Could all jump about being honest about our marriages. But what good would that do us? The whole thing would fall apart.
Aye, James is right. You wait till you've been in a deed marriage for 18 years. Then you can start lecturing us, sonny boy.
Aye.
Look, nobody's lecturing. In fact, it's the reverse. I'm trying to learn that for you guys.
Yeah?
Sure. I mean, let's face it. I'm nothing but a fresh-faced, wet behind the ears bar manager with a degree in social psychology. But you guys get something much more valuable than that.
Money.
Experience.
Oh,
aye. Experience, right?
Aye. We don't read about life in books. We're out there in the front line with our butts in the settee watching it in the telly.
Right, experience. You see this man here? I've seen this man experience a whole week's episode of EastEnders at a sitting. Follow it with an omnibus of Brookside and still be on his back, surrounded by sweetie papers, shout at the continuity announcer to bring on Noel's house party.
I don't like to boast.
Vietnam was tougher.
Now, you see, that isn't experience in my books. No one of these are all bored out your cranium. Well, I'll be no slave to a Parker, no. Out there, the frontiers of meaningless sex are waiting to be rolled back, and I, Jamesy Cotter, the Louis Pasteur of the love bite, intend to roll with it best for him.
Aye. Oh, you roll back to Ella every night, eh? Your tail between your legs.
All right, Rab. I nearly didn't recognise you without the twigs round about your eyebrows, you know.
You watch it, Cotter. Yeah, weasel that you are. I'm warning you.
And I'm warning you, Nesbitt. I don't want any trouble in here.
What's the matter, Rab? Did I detect a wee bit of satire there? Maybe because Grease Hips Cotter likes to live on the edge, eh?
Your arse edge. It's an edge that's as broad as a bouncy castle, and you still need stabilisers every step of the way, ya quaffeur tapeworm that you are.
Yeah. Nesbitt.
No. Let him get it off his chest. Let him cough it up. All that charming bitterness and bile that made him so irresistible to Mary all these years.
You leave that Mary out of it. These people don't deserve the love of a good woman. At least I treated my wife with respect.
Aye, obviously helped quite a bit, Rab. What did she do? Curtsy and shake hands before she kicked your arse out the door?
I'll take you on! I'll take you on! You turags that you are!
Oh, enough, Nesbitt! No, you've already lost your wife, your wains, and your house. If you don't want to lose the pub you drink in, you'll cool it as from now. Understand?
Thanks, Snorri. We don't want any violence because, after all, this is a family pub. Am I right, boys?
No.
Aye. Where a man can stroll down in his carpet slippers and get away from the wife for a while.
Assuming he's got a wife, of course. No offence, Rab.
Bastard! You see what you brought upon yourself with all this honesty, Keith.
That is not Keith. That's not Keith. I was putting the spot. I was putting the spot. I mean, what would you lot say? What would you say if your wife asked you if you loved him?
Aye.
Exactly. But would you mean it?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is better to tell the truth.
Aye, right enough, Rab. The next time we want to get flung out the house and end up kipping on the couch at our old dears, we'll be sure to tell our wives that we don't love them.
Yep.
Time, gents, please!
You know, it's at times like these you appreciate the biggest relationship you have with any woman in your life. I used to marry my mother years ago, you know. Made my life a hell lot simpler. All right, Mammy Hen, that's me back. Look what I've brought you, you know. Who's this?
My name's Thompson. I'm from the Department of Social Security.
We've been shocked, son.
Should you prove to be living here, Mr. Nesbitt, you will affect adversely your mother's pension and rent reduction entitlements. I give you fair warning.
You asked me to leave. You asked me to quit this place. This house that has been a home to us Nesbitts for 30 years.
Oh, you don't need to go overboard, Rab. It's not exactly the Highland clearances.
Don't break your heart, my no.
I'm sorry, son, but I'm old and I'm tired and I can't take any bother.
Well, Mr. Nesbitt?
Of course, all that was weeks ago, you know. I mean, you learn to adapt, don't you? Because, like I say, I am a survivor boy. You see? Yeah?
Great.
I'm a property owner now, you know.
Living as a Jakey.
I have a roof
Perfect.
over my head. Well, at least I've got a roof until the council fix the main drains. I always find the central heating kind of drives out the atmosphere, you know. I much prefer the warmth of an open fire, you know. And I'll tell you this, boy, you don't get much more open than this, eh? Oh, yes. And the council services are good as well. So, I mean, it's worth being in the higher bracket for your council tax. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. This is me. This is me back on my feet again. Back on my Winfield. No.
Oh. Wow. There we go. Rab has potentially hit rock bottom. I don't know. You could argue that. Maybe not. I'll talk more about the story after the second part, because then that's when I can have more to say. What I can talk about is, so basically people warned me that after series 3 a character would leave the show and would no longer be in it, which is Bernie, played by Eric Cullen. And so this Screech has obviously come in and is going to be some sort of replacement. Got very little to kind of go on off that, so I will leave my thoughts on that. As for Eric Cullen, he died 3 years after leaving the show in 1996, only aged 31. And I was looking into it, And it's a real tragic, kind of sad thing for him. I mean, when you look into it, I mean, obviously the fact that he had a form of dwarfism didn't help, but he was basically brought up and sexually abused by a paedophile ring from the age of 13, and when he became an actor, apparently these abusers came back many years later to try and extort money from him, and ultimately led to him getting arrested and charged and convicted of child pornography offences, which from my reading suggests that he was him and other victims were sort of being forced to keep these indecent images. It's a very sad situation, but even more so when he died from a heart attack, which again at the age of 31 is nothing. He was in talks to potentially come back and bring the character back, but he was sort of debating whether he carried on with the acting or whether he went on to help people as a psychologist, particularly helping those who were abuse victims. He'd gained a BA in psychology and apparently had been accepted to begin an advanced course in forensic psychology in the autumn. So it's a tragic life that was cut way too short, that seemingly could have gone on to do some real good, that was born out of a very, very, very difficult time. And I feel bad for him. But yeah, we won't feature Bernie anymore in the show. As a character, he was all right as a character. The thing with him and and his brother, them kind of coming to blows. Gash. I didn't see a real kind of development, and that's what I wanted to see. Is with some of these characters, I just want to see a little bit more, a little bit of character development, and maybe we'll get this with this 2-part story. I don't know. We'll find out later on. See what happens, or will it just be one of those that Rab gets a bit of an epiphany, ends up going back, and then we're all happy days again? I don't know. We'll find out. But if you want to see that at next week's episode, the second part of that, you can check it out right now over on Patreon, or you just have to wait until next Sunday. But for now, my name's Kevin. I'm a geek. You've been watching Kevin the Geek.